Okay, so I've been feeling extremely weird, like emotionally lately. And I want to give you guys some background about this. So I was driving around, right? Like sunny California. And I don't know what's going on, guys. Like recently, I've had this just like constriction feeling internally in my body. It's not like I'm having like a hard time breathing or anything, but it's like I just feel constricted, intense, and then it's followed by these like intense, like forward momentum feelings where I just want to like jump. I just want to like run somewhere, right? I'm like, what is going on? This is bizarre. Um, and so I feel this comes from being overly domesticated. And so, like, let's have a clarification of terms, right? Like, domesticated, you can think about it in terms of like manhood, like, oh, like settling down with like a woman, having children, living that typical life, right? And I don't mean it in that sense. What I really mean is modern existence makes me feel contained, it makes me feel not really alive fully, if that makes sense. And yeah, let me go into this more. So I think this is literally my soul crying out to me, being like, Ben, like you need to challenge yourself, seek discomfort. Like you need to grow. You need to be wild, right? Domesticated, wild, right? You need to be wild. And I don't think of it as in like wild, as in like you're a maniac, like you're just like an untamed beast, right? Like no, but more along the lines of like this modern existence that we're living, this, cushy, comfortable life, this 9 to 5 predictability. I think this, at least for me, and I think for other men out there, maybe not all men, but I think it kind of like kills our soul in a way. Like it makes us feel just stagnant. Simply put, my soul just feels a bit dormant right now, which is really odd because I'm growing in various aspects of my life, right? Like I'm um, starting to post more consistently with YouTube, right? Like I'm growing in that domain. Like I'm exploring my faith, right? So like there's learning in that regard as well. Um, and so it's not like I'm living really a dormant existence, but my soul still feels kind of dormant, which is kind of puzzling to me. And so it's bizarre, right? Because on one hand you're like, okay, if you're growing, why are you feeling dormant? Because growth is kind of like the opposite of being dormant. And so I was like, where is the root cause of this, right? And I think for me, it's just modern existence. Like it sounds absolutely absurd, but like you think to like Assassin's Creed characters, you think to like Skyrim main character energy, right? Like I'm thinking about just like this like more primal existence, right? Where you're a guy that's just like running around in the wild, just like living a more simplistic even maybe life where you're able to explore the mystery of the world, right? And there's a sense of freedom to that. There's a sense of the unknown. There's a sense of freedom, which I think the modern world just doesn't have, maybe to the same extent. So like I'm literally out here driving, right? And I'm like thinking in my head, like having these, memories of playing like Assassin's Creed. And like seeing the main character like jumping off the buildings, like hitting it, like going to like the haystack, right? Like I think that was, the French Revolution one. I'm like, yo, like, not that I actually want to jump off a building, but I'm like, yo, I just want to like full send. Like, I just want to move forward, like jolt forward. And there's just like this like roadblock internally. And going back to what we just said, like, I don't think it's a growth issue. I think it's literally just like a feeling contained by modern existence. And what this comes down to is I think that modern reality, modern day society, like the day to day living is just very routine. I think that there isn't a lot of mystery. And so when you think about like the Odyssey, right? Like all, or just like myths and all this stuff. Like, the guys get on the boat. They don't know when they're returning. They don't know what they're going to encounter. Like, that is so thrilling. That is so thrilling. Like, the idea of me, like, just going on a ship right now and just, like, not knowing where I'm going to go, what I'm going to encounter, like, that literally just breathes life into me. And I don't know, like, do you guys feel the same way? Like, are you dealing with the same thing? And okay, so I just came back because it's kind of funny, right? Because we were talking about, like, getting on the ship, the mystery, right? I bought this book, like, maybe a month or two ago, and I didn't at the time think about it the same way as I am now. But like, this book is literally about like some guys that I think got on a boat and went from like the Americas to like the Australia region on like a smaller raft, and people thought they were crazy. They're like, yo, you're gonna die, like, why are you doing this? Like, this is stupid. And they did it. It's called Kon-Tiki. Pretty famous book. I never heard of it before, but I picked it up. But it's so funny. Like, maybe back, when I bought that book, like, my soul was still like on a more unconscious level thinking like, Ben, like, go explore the mystery, go explore the unknown, right? But I think it's coming up to my conscious awareness at this point. Like, there's just needs to be some mystery, some unknown in my life that I'm exploring. And growing just isn't enough at this point. Because, like, you see, like, the self-help space, right? And it's like, oh, grow. Like, that's the point of existence, and that's the thrill. And, like, sure, like, there's a thrill, and there's, like, growth is a key pillar to life, right? But I think what I've realized is that growing only enlivens your soul so much. Like, you need to have that chase of the unknown, the mystery of what's coming forward, to also have your soul be fully alive. And so I'm literally out here like remember how I was talking about like the Assassin's Creed, like jumping into the like I'm out here like thinking about like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, right? Like jumping into the Aegean, right? The Aegean Sea. I'm like, bro, like I just want to like jump into an ocean. Like I just want to like full send, don't just like swim as far as I can until I'm extremely just like out of breath and just get that anxious like forward momentum energy out of me. It's just so bizarre. And you know what's even crazier is like literally like 3 months ago, I literally was telling a friend like, bro, I just want to like jump into an ocean. And then, like a month ago, or wait, was it a month ago? No. It was like what am I talking about? It's like a week ago. Like when I was coming up with like this like video idea and thinking about like Assassin's Creed or whatever, right? And jumping to the Aegean, like I think like my just unconscious desires of like pursuing the mystery, pursuing the unknown is literally just becoming more conscious now. Because I feel like so often modern existence, right? Whether it be just like routine, whether it be just the comforts of like modern existence, right? Like TV, social media, all this stuff, like it just leads to a very dormant soul, dormant, for me, emotional state, quite honestly. Like you think about like the male sedation hypothesis, just like social media and everything, leading to men like getting their kind of like fake, fake signals of flourishment, right? Yeah, I don't know, man. This is kind of just bizarre for me because I've been just reflecting about this, and sorry if I'm like looking away even more than normally. I'm doing a different kind of video today. I'm doing more just like off the cuff, like less scripted, which is why it probably doesn't flow as well, even though I edit a lot of the other videos. So I hope this resonates, and I want to like tie this back to like video games, right? Like we're talking about Assassin's Creed, we're talking about all these video games. I think that's the reason why men get addicted, and obviously not just men, right? But like why men get addicted to video games is they're exploring the unknown, the unknown territories, right? They're going into these new places, right? And I think it's maybe just in that male DNA to explore the unknown, right? And we don't really get that in modern existence. Like, even think about like traveling. We have photos of the places that we're going to travel before we even get there, right? We know, we can read about the culture. Like, there's so much that we already know. And so I guess like the more years continue forth, right, the less mystery there is. And so maybe that's a reason why men get addicted to video games, is because there's that sense of the unknown, plus they're channeling like their ancestors' energy, right? In going on that ship, like going forth and like seeing the new world, right? Yeah, that's a thought that I had recently. And so I guess the antidote to this, if we're trying to be practical, right? Like, what is the way that we can resolve this issue? First, it's mystery, and second, it's seeking discomfort, right? We need to have some sense of mystery, not knowing what we're going to be doing, and pushing our comfort zone in that way. And so, yeah, I think just not, the grow. Yeah, sure, continue that, but like seek discomfort, right? Go into the unknown. Develop that virtue of courage, right? And so whether that means literally like jumping into an ocean, like you don't go to the ocean often and you're going to just jump into the ocean and explore, whether it means going to explore an island that's nearby that you've never done research about, right? Just like do something that's outside your comfort zone that you don't know anything about. Whether that's, like, sure, like maybe you've done a bunch of research on Europe, right? And you don't know anything about Ecuador. And you're in a place where you can do it. Like, buy a ticket to Ecuador and just fly there. And when you get there, you don't have any itinerary, you don't have any plans, you just drive. You drive around, you go to a place, like restaurants or whatever that, you haven't read about. Like, do something that you just can't predict. Does that make sense? Like, does this resonate with you guys, or is this just me? And so, yeah, I think for me, I'm going to be reflecting on like what is outside my comfort zone. What's a way that I can channel that, not aggressive, but like just like intense forward energy and like get it out of my body. Like, you literally think about zebras, right? Like when they get anxious, like they roll in the mud. Like after they get chased by a lion and they evade and escape the lion, they literally roll in the mud to get that energy out, right? And I think for me, is I don't have that outlet. And maybe you guys are the same. Like, you don't have that outlet to get that forward motion energy out of your body. And so I think for us, we need to find some activity that contains both the seek discomfort and the mystery component. So if this resonates with any of you guys, let me know, and put something in the comment section below. Like, what is... Well, first off, have you been having this, sensation, this energy? And second, like, what do you do to plan on getting that energy out of your body? Yeah, it's bizarre. Modern existence is bizarre. And yeah, also let me know, like, do you guys resonate with this kind of style of video more? Like, usually, like, I write out a script, right? Like, I'm editing. I read a line, I deliver it, I read it, I deliver it, which can kind of sometimes feel more robotic, but I get across the information better, I guess, sometimes, right? It's more robust versus this, like, sure, like, I have, like, a rough outline, like, I have, like, 8 lines, like, different ideas that I want to talk about, but I haven't fleshed it out. And so sometimes maybe this feels a bit more like a ramble, and it doesn't feel as, like I'm delivering as much value. But I think there is a value to this as well. You almost see me more authentically because there's going to be less edits, right? It's going to be a more of a flowy video, and the personality can come out a little bit more because it's less scripted. So let me know, what do you guys think? And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Peace.